spent any
Hello.
have you spent any time looking at bracketologies yet? Too
Yeah.
early for you?
No. I
Because
mean, I dabble just to see.
Nebraska's,
Firmly on everybody's 3 and above line.
yeah, I mean they're so I like bracket matrix
Mhm.
because I get my composite, right? They're the very top 3 seed and like knocking on that 2 door pretty aggressively. Like about half the people have them as 2s, half the people have them as 3s.
So what's interesting is
They do have a couple 1s for the record.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to talk Nebraska basketball for a
I
second?
would love to.
Because I feel like in this safe space.
Sure.
Because if we extrapolate about football, everybody immediately is like, oh, 1 game at a time. We haven't won this and we haven't won that. Basketball, like I was joking with Sam, just seems to have fast forwarded past that.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're allowed to speculate. But I did like his reason why. He's like, in basketball, it's like one loss isn't like detrimental.
There's so many games.
There's so many games
It
to make
means
up.
significantly less.
Because I just wondered why we're not tabooish about hoops, even though we've had much less success.
Yes.
So along those lines,
Mhm.
you're cool with extrapolating to X amount NO.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I thought Logan was interesting. I give you a hard time in our chat session with Logan because Logan likes to mess with you, which is why I like Logan.
Sure.
But I do think we need Logan to go. Logan said he wouldn't be a very good phone call.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why.
Some guys just aren't. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're very, well, I am very warm.
Me too.
Like I'll embrace.
Kumbaya, hold hands.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
You're okay with extrapolating with Nebraska basketball
Yeah,
and
sure.
not saying whoa, 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 slow the horses.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, because, and Sam brought up a good point, because a loss doesn't change that much. Like I can look at it and say, yeah, they very easily could be 20-0 heading into Michigan.
Yeah.
Like that's very much on the table. I also can look at it and say being 19-1 heading into Michigan doesn't change that much.
Yeah.
Being 18-2 heading into Michigan doesn't change that much. So I look at that now and I go, okay, so that's the reason I don't have trouble extrapolating. And then you get into this nice stretch here where you go after Oregon, Northwestern, Washington, Minnesota, which is a very navigable stretch.
I'm weird and
Yeah.
I'm a basketball dork and I follow this thing like a weirdo, as
Yeah.
you know. I'm hoping Gates is healthy for Washington because I want to see Nebraska's defensively with Diallo and
Against
Yates
that backcourt?
against Washington.
Yeah.
Now
You-
and listen,
You like their backcourt a lot.
I kind of like Oregon's too though.
Okay, sure.
So the whole Biddle and Shellstead, like this is tonight. It's a huge
Shellstad's
number
kind of nice. I'll ride with Shellstad
quietly.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
Right? He's not overly
Not super
spectacular,
flashy, but-
steady Eddie. But it's a big number.
What's the number at?
10.5.
So Ken Palm's got it at 13.
10.5.
Ken Palm's got it 80 to
for
67.
for the old.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
And I think I better look before I talk because Lord knows I make enough mistakes. Yeah, it opened at 11.5.
So it came
it's
down a little.
Down. Total 145 in the captain.
so they're not. I mean, so Ken Palm's got it 80 to 67. So that's 147 and 13. So they're in the neighborhood of what the metrics think it'll be.
Kenneth Pomeroy.
I mean, that's interesting. He's got that is, I believe, until Nebraska plays Maryland. No, until they play Penn State. So the game right before Maryland. This is the highest percentage win chance that Nebraska has until Penn State.
Okay.
He's got him at 87% to win this game.
So he's clearly done the whole thing, right?
Mhm.
What is Michigan?
It is the lowest. It is 14%.
Okay.
That is the only game left below. Let me see here. Make sure I got this right. Yeah, that's wild. That's the only game left below 40% for Nebraska.
On the record? On the schedule for the season?
Yes. They have at least a 40% chance to win every other game.
God, what bizarro world.
He's got him at 26-5 now.
No, I know. It was 25-6.
And, well, before that, it was 24-7. Like, it's been
It
creeping.
keeps getting better.
Because they weren't supposed to win Indiana.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to win Ohio State. And so that has changed his metric. And they weren't supposed to win Michigan State either. So they've won 3 straight games. Maybe they were supposed to win Ohio State. They won at least 2 out of the last 3 where he did not have them projected to win. And so that has changed his metrics as we get through the season. And it's
So you know what I think is a crazy dynamic?
what's that?
I'm just fascinated by it. Like we're cool with like, hey, going. I told you the thing that really got my attention was last week, maybe when it was Alec. I think it was Josiah.
Mhm.
This is a former player.
Yeah.
Who's his whole life learned to stay in the moment.
Mhm.
Was like, hey, this is not far fetched, and this was pre
Ohio State,
Ohio
Indiana.
State and Indiana.
Yeah. I remember this. Yeah.
Where he was like, there's this world where Nebraska could be 20-0. And I was like, wait a second. I agree, disagree, whatever. Number one, it's interesting
Mhm.
to see a former player
Process something that way.
process something like that.
Yeah.
Because if that was me or
You hate doing that with football.
well, I would get killed.
Yeah.
I would get killed if I said, hey, if Nebraska starts 6-0.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can't even fast forward 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think no former player could. So that got my attention. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. So it got me thinking like, okay, well, why?
Not entirely true. Will Compton gets a pass on it because that's sort of his thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this and keep it right here. Will has found a way to play in fandom.
Yes.
And being informative.
Mhm.
Because his delivery is one in which you never know when to take him seriously, and now, and so it plays to his strengths.
Mhm.
So he doesn't really have to be. When it comes to Nebraska football, he doesn't have to be credible. He just has to be entertaining.
Mhm.
So he can play in a different space just because I don't know if people come to him for any heart like.
Sure.
Yeah. He operates in a different space.
Yeah, he's created a
entertainment deal.
Yeah, he's created a personality for himself where he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, like he can go to Tennessee and have fun. He can.
Yeah.
So I don't count that.
Okay.
I don't count that. That would be like
totally fair. It's just it's a different space.
I don't know really what other former players like would be like. I don't want to say credible because that's disrespectful, but like you wouldn't see like Jason. You wouldn't see anybody be like, oh, they could go X amount and or win the next 2 games. Like we just don't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that got me. I was fascinated.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I was like, why is this okay for basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw a lot of people doing it, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the first year they've been good. This is just the first year that they've been undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
They were good 2 years ago. They were good last year.
Yeah, we've kind of had this conversation about like historic versus
So
good.
what do you think is so freeing that's allowed us to extrapolate about the potential? Like we're not afraid of it in this sport.
It's sort of the thing I wish we did more in football.
Do you? Just allow yourself to dream?
Allow yourself to imagine.
Is this because you picked 10 wins?
No, it's not just that. It's the reason I picked 10 wins, though. I allow myself to imagine the positive outcomes.
Best case scenario. Okay.
We don't operate in that space in football at all. We never operate.
It's almost just the opposite.
Yes, exactly.
It's always negative.
It's always not. I don't want to say worst case scenarios, but we operate extremely in the negative. Yeah. Dank was talking about this in the chat earlier. Nebraska basketball.
By the way, shouldn't he be up like with Left Coast Husker?
Yeah, we haven't seen Left Coast this week. Come on, Left Coast.
No, we have. He might be at the gym.
Oh, that's right.
He hit me up on. I saw him on Twitter yesterday.
But we allow ourselves to imagine the positive possibilities with basketball because we are not burdened, I think, by expectations.
Is that the Beatles, Shane? Yeah, Matt. Who's Imagine?
Yeah, John Lennon.
Okay.
It was a solo.
Where's John Leslie when I need him? Speaking of which, where's my guy MK?
MK Ultra?
No, I'm not gonna put him on blast. I better reach out to him. This is the longest I've gone without hearing from him. Anyway, carry on, my wayward son.
You brought this up with Indiana football, ironically enough. The advantage of operating in a place without expectations, right? I do think that's a major part of what allowed Cignetti to just implement everything he saw for a program and what his vision was, because there was no pre-existing expectations of what Indiana football should be. It's the thing that I was arguing yesterday worked against Coach Rule, I think. I don't have any inside information here. I want to be very clear about that. It's the thing I think worked against Coach Rule when dealing with the Dylan Raiola situation. If there is no preset expectations of what Nebraska is, what it should be, what it means to be a legacy player, and all of that, and he sees fit to say, hey, Dylan, we would love to have you. Let's say Sam was right. He says, Dylan, we would love to have you. We want to start Kyle McCord for a year. And then
boy, did that thread
it blew up.
Flip. I got lost.
Yeah. There was a lot going on in there.
Can I just say this and have you don't kill me over it?
Yeah.
So the whole I was not engaged in that at all because I did not think Coach Rule was in a good position to negotiate anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't pay it any mind.
Yeah.
So anything that I'm learning or the people's opinion,
you're kind of learning for the first time.
It's relatively fresh.
Yeah. No, and that's fair.
It's relatively fresh.
I also don't.
So even when you said it yesterday, I was like, wait, are we doing this? But then everybody had like these super strong takes on the McCord thing. I was like, was I asleep?
It was kind of a weird thing because, and it honestly got totally glossed over because immediately afterwards is when Dylan came, and so we forgot about everything before.
So
that.
For me, like just personally,
mm-hmm.
it was I'm at a football banquet on a Sunday.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
And I get a text.
Yes, you told me about this.
And I was like, what?
Wait, what?
And Dom was like, I know a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I said, stop playing. And he was like, nope. So what do? I tell.
Yeah, you get on the phone.
I was like, hey, I'm outside.
Just so you know.
But I'm just telling you. And all he said was on it. So I was like, okay. Then 4 days later, it was like a thing.
Yeah, it was done.
So but I knew he was sick.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, I've been out of bed, like this, that, and the other. And, the reports were McCord was I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I had moved on from it.
I think because of
So yesterday's tweet deal, I was like, what is everybody talking about?
So I'm not saying this is good information or not.
And I didn't fight you yesterday.
No,
like,
I know.
You felt like you knew, and I was like,
I don't know.
It's water under the bridge now. I'm not going to go back and fact find, so I just let it go.
I don't know if this is good information or not. The person I heard it from has given me good information before. That's all I'll say.
That's fine.
So at the time.
How are you not giving up your sources? And I got the best on the planet, and I tell you. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'll tell you later.
Whatever, man. It's fine. Like, really?
What do you mean?
Because you've never told me up to this point.
Well, because it didn't end up mattering. That's kind of my point, though, is as soon as the McCord thing happened, we forgot about it immediately.
I'm not angry.
It seems like you're a little mad.
I just irrationally yell sometimes.
It's
a condition.
We forgot about it immediately because the Raiola thing happened right afterward. But there was like a day and a half in the middle where someone told me that has, again, given me good information before, that McCord was willing to, like, that there was a scenario in which they both came here if it was cool for Dylan to actually, like, have a real competition. That was what I was told. It wasn't that McCord needed to guarantee the job or anything like that, but that it was on the table that if it was like, hey, the best man wins, that McCord at the very least was cool with fighting it out.
He got off to a good start with Syracuse.
Absolutely.
Before we take this call, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is very random, but it's how my mind works because I did just hear everything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you worn that watch?
Like 2 days.
Does it have any bad aroma?
No.
Can I try it on?
Yeah.
All right. Shane, can we take the call? I just want to see how it fits.
It might be a little small. It's a little tight on my wrist.
You might have bigger wrist than me.
I don't think so. I think I have pretty small wrists.
All right, Shane. Let's
get to Bulk Dog.
Oh, okay.
Lance, what's going on, buddy?
LBZ.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I don't know. It depends. What are you going to tell me? Anything depressing?
No, we're good over here.
All right. All good in the neighborhood. Go North Star.
Yeah. Go North Star. That's right. It'd be good for them to win at something in one of the big sports.
Who's more likely, the guys or the gals?
The gals. The gals are really, really good.
Yeah.
Like really good.
Are
And I
you
think
are you
when
are you
they-
buying north? You got to be buying north, right? Omaha
I
North.
you know, I do. I think they're probably better than Millard West.
No,
And
I get the post Gessert era, but they're still pretty good.
they are
It's
they're
the
very
perfect size,
good.
by the way. Oh, is it?
I just
Nice.
the thing with North is it's a long season and
You can say you're waiting
they're-
for them to implode.
yeah, and
Because I hear this every day. You're not alone. Everybody thinks they're good. You know me, man. Like, you ask me, I'll tell you.
yeah, I waiting on that. That North Star North game is going to be really good. It's up there in Omaha, and I think
It is
one
gonna
of the
be
things-
electric. Will you guys travel?
I've thought about it. I've never been. I've been by the high school, but I've never like gone to a sporting event there. So I haven't decided if we're gonna make the trek or not. But we've talked about it, and the thing that North Star does really well is they play this 1-3-1, and I don't know if North will be able to handle that. And
So it's their
um,
it's North Star's length and on the perimeter versus North being really good off the bounce and can score.
correct.
Yeah.
I think North Star shoots the ball really well too. So, just to imagine that team with, there's another girl here in Lincoln, Katie at Southwest, who was at North Star, and she's probably the best
of that
player
bunch,
in her
right?
class.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, and she was related to that staff in some really close ways. So it'll be a great game, and it's just been fun to see, girls basketball kind of get picked up a little bit the last few years. So that's been a great thing. But Nebraska basketball, I've been a Nebraska basketball fan for a long time, back to Devaney and walking from the horse track, to the games. And I think the biggest difference that I see in terms of why we're not negative is I look at that team as their ROI is off the charts, right? They're not getting a ton of money in NIL. They play a brand of basketball that's a lot like what I would say the people of the state of Nebraska are, just hardworking. They're not super flashy. Now their plays are fantastic, and Hoiberg has really coached them up. But over the years,
Give my man Big Easy some credit too. Now, I'm a big Ernie guy, man.
Are you? Man, that whole staff.
He said,
there's not a lot like going back years. They've always had these kind of eccentric guys on staff where there was like one of them that like you would notice him out in public and you'd be like, yeah, he's definitely a basketball. They have a staff now that I don't know if you saw Nate Lonzer walking around, if you would really notice the guy and be like, oh yeah, he's a basketball coach. Or the Italian guy I see all the time at Whole Foods. And to start the year, I was like, hey, go get that tournament win. And he's like, we're working on it. And so unless you know the people there, I think they're very unassuming. And so I think the biggest thing this year is you have a third guy that's really steady. In years past, you had Petaway, you had Shields, and Pitchford was always kind of hurt, but you had Gallegos. If Gallegos hit shots, they would win games. If Gallegos wasn't hitting shots, I would tell you they were going to lose that game. But
do you know what I used to call him?
What?
Do it your way, have it your way, Ray. Like
that.
Like my man had
No constraints. It was just like shoot that thing.
Yep,
That
he
thing,
was.
what?
And as a junior, when they went to the tournament, he was averaging 12. The next year, they didn't. He averaged 7, and it was just like, hey, if he hit 2 or 3, we were probably going to win. If not, it was not happening. And so this year, they have 5 guys where you're like, hey, I could see him scoring doubles. And so they've been fun. They utilize resources really well.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
So because I hear this a lot, whether and obviously working with guys with the network and stuff, you get insight on players' personalities and stuff over the past years in terms of likability from
the Petways to the Shields to the Cam Max to whomever, right? They don't always have to be all brothers. I'm not saying anything by that, just names that come to mind. Is this team more likable? Is that part of it?
I don't know if likable would be the term.
Okay.
They don't
Aesthetically pleasing?
have.
Well, you tell me. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I think it's because while you have guys like Frager who can be a clown, or Price who, by nature, I think they're all very unassuming. I mean, it reminds me of McDermott at Creighton. Like, he would step on the floor and he was going to be the best player on the floor, but he didn't come across as a
guy that was going to give you 35 every.
Yeah, and he didn't come across. I mean, that basketball scene, the people that step on the court that are going to get 20, they let you know that they're the one that's going to go get 20. And I just don't see a guy on the floor. I mean, look at Jamarcus Lawrence this week. I mean, it's literally the perfect example of team basketball. They're playing really well. They're playing with house money. I mean, and because of that, I think you can go and say, holy smokes, it's going to be amazing for them, even if they don't, not that they would implode, but if they only were to win only 24 games or something, or 22, like, it's house money right now.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's fun. And, when I think of like Creighton, you look at Freeman where they're like, hey, we're paying this guy $2 million a year.
Allegedly.
Like, what's the ROI?
We don't know.
Yeah. We don't know. What's the ROI there? It's really easy to be negative when you have a negative ROI. Or when I look at football, and what bothers me now is we have this staff that's like, we almost have one person in an office per 80 players on the team, and you're like, I don't know if more coach is going to make us better, or more staff or whatever. And with basketball, it's just like, at least here in Lincoln, I don't see the basketball team getting near that attention or near that love, and they're lights out. And what's crazy is when you have Sauter on Friday go, Leo Curtis might be the most talented basketball player on the roster, and I don't know if he's played a game in,
we haven't got any contributions from Oogie yet, who's going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
If he figures that back out. And I
don't necessarily disagree with Sauter either. Like, Curtis might be
I'm with him. And Rice they have some guys coming in. Was that you a couple weeks? Who sent me the message that was like, hey, I think they're positioned to be pretty good maybe for a while if they keep everybody intact? Because if that was you, so what that got me thinking was, oh shoot, is Nebraska basketball going to ever be in a position where they have to retain guys? That's going to be a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next year I think you look at Stanford and Frager as guys where, I think Berkey's a role player. You'll pay for him, but Stanford and Frager will have people coming after him, and I think, next
Frager's got to be appreciative of Nebraska. I don't know about Frager being easily swayed by money.
No,
he's in it's a perfect fit for him.
It is.
He gets to be exactly who he wants to be, and it's okay.
Yeah, he can just be that guy. Now, I think you go find a point guard, and if you got Oogie back or Leo Curtis, I mean, you're really playing a brand of basketball. And I think it's probably a little easier to find guys that, they don't have to go out and find the best athlete to play off the bounce. I can go out and get a guy that, maybe isn't quite as fast. We can fit him into our defense.
Yeah, you do. I was going to say, you do have to be able to stay in front of people, though.
Yes, because that's the difference between this year and, Casey. What's crazy is with all these people, wanting to come back after playing in the NBA, like, hey, Casey spent 2 years at JUCO. Does that mean he can come back for 2 years? Like, it's going to be the wild, wild west with basketball, I think, moving forward, unless they kind of get a handle on it. But it's been fun. It'll be fun. And, again, we're playing with house money here because for many, many years we were the opposite of.
I hate that term, but I won't fight you because I think highly